my beautiful people. Thank you for tuning into my program on soul light hypnotherapy program. Um, yeah, so there's no cards today because I'm just not in the mood. It's raining out in California, and I'm kind of stressed. I'm not even sure if I really want to post this recording. But this is what I saw in the cards, and so I just, want to get something up for you guys. Um, so what I see around Trump this week, I feel like the Democrats and the Republicans are going to be joining forces, working together to control the lion being Trump, symbolically, to control his mouth, to control his actions. Um, I feel like there are people outside of the Republicans and the Democrats in Congress in Trump's environment who also are going to be taking some kind of action to control or restrain or hold back the lion, okay? When I say the lion, the card that came out was the strength card that identified Trump. So, there's a lot of difficulty in dialoguing and talking with him. There's a lot of difficulty in getting through to him and getting him to see reason from all these parties that I mentioned. And I feel like the Republicans, Democrats, and energies around Trump in his environment, including Trump and his supporters, they're all kind of sharing this energy where they want to go into fight mode rather than victim mode or flight mode. They want to fight instead of fleeing. And some are very frightened and scared because they have everything to lose, and others are are they don't feel like they have anything to lose, you know? So that's the mentality behind this fight mentality. I feel overall parties, the Dems, the Republicans, the Congress in general, okay, Trump, his supporters, people around him, they all want to protect what it is that they care about the most. So rather than being passive and submit, they're going to fight for what they want. So that's a recipe for, a battle. And I just feel that there's this, somebody is saying, you need to handle your boy, you know, just make him shut up. Keep him under control. And the question that is being asked is, who are you loyal to, king or country? And I feel that someone that Trump trusts around him is being disloyal to him. There's betrayal involved in his environment, in exterior forces around him. We are also talking about, when I say betrayal, the card that came up was the Three of Swords. We're talking about betrayal, we're talking about separation issues, we're talking about painful feelings, sadness, grief. Whoever's involved around Trump or around his presidency in this event that I'm talking about feels very hurt and out of harmony with their plan or purpose. People are sad, grieved, and heartbroken. as a challenge to Trump and his agenda, I feel that Congress coming together jointly on a decision or a plan of action to, keep the government open, to balance the budget, or to govern spending. That's challenging Trump, the fact that they're working together. What's challenging Trump is family separations and DACA deportations. I feel like the Democrats would be willing to give Trump more money if he would give them um, more guarantees and more put some things into motion that would protect DACA recipients and restoring children to their families. I feel like there's a lot of mistrust here, okay? Feel like the Democrats don't trust Trump, they don't trust McConnell, and there's just a lot of and it's shared energy, right? So I feel like there's a lot of ass kissing, but it's just a lot of bullshit, if that makes sense, to one another. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of telling people what they want to hear, but are they going to carry that out? And it's just like in the past they haven't. So I feel like McConnell and Republicans are trying to get Trump to see reason. And I also see that Trump and his supporters are trying to persuade Democrats, some Democrats, to come over to the dark side. But they will be rejected. The Democrats will remain united. The threat of another shutdown or this national crisis is just a ploy. It's just to make the Democrats look bad or to scare them. And it is, it's Trump's way of trying to blame the Democrats for his having to break his promise of building that wall for his base. So he's trying to sell the base on this narrative. I feel Trump is going to be working extra hard to demonize Nancy Pelosi and the investigation. Again, it's a witch hunt, it's a witch hunt, it's a witch hunt. He's verbally coming out against Republicans that are voting alongside Dems. And the cards are saying that Trump is making false promises about this wall being built. And like I said, it's just a lot of, hoo-ha. And there's betrayal here. We can't trust his word or his promises. And I feel like there is effort to swing a woman's vote, but the woman says no. How Trump will act or react in this event that we're talking about here, in these events that I've mentioned, he will display himself as strong, showing himself to be the strong and powerful lion, but really he's the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz. He's doing this, making this show of confidence in order to offset the weakness or the cracks that are within his party unity. And so he wants to make a show of his executive power. The Strength card, which is what's describing Trump and his actions, can talk about less. And the cards are mentioning some sort of lustful affair he may be having at Mar-a-Lago, or I guess within the week. Yuck. I see a strong desire he has to meet or to engage with a woman. Now, we could be talking on several levels. Could be physical. I see a lot of sexual cards here, but also political, which could mean, he really wants to hurt Nancy Pelosi. He wants her members to betray her. And this State of the Union that's scheduled for Tuesday, he's looking forward to this as an opportunity to again display strength. There's some kind of incoming news and new developments, okay, that he's going to be addressing. New developments he's going to be addressing. I think he's going to be trying to talk a lot about jobs. I guess he'll be making this from the Oval Office. I really didn't pay attention to the news all these years. I have lived a long time, and I guess I have lived under a rock for a lot of it. I feel like he'll be doing this from the Oval Office. But then the cards that I'm looking at are depicting a room where this address is made and where this engagement or this meeting is made, right? And it could be, again, a political meeting, could be a sexual meeting. I'm getting different levels. And all of these things can apply. If that makes sense. And I see sharing of classified information, secrets or sensitive information to people who otherwise wouldn't be privy to this. So I guess that's the State of the Union. But I also feel like there could be an issue coming out that we'll be dealing with in the next week or two about what Trump shared with the Russians when they were in the Oval Office after he got elected. That may come under some kind of attack, or maybe that is going to want to be investigated by the Congress. Like I said before, in regards to the State of the Union, I feel like Trump is going to want to talk about jobs. He's going to blow a lot of smoke up our ass with numbers that are just created out of thin air. He's also going to be saying that this wall is being built in La La Land. And I feel like he's arranging some kind of classified secret meeting. And this is on the down low. I don't think we'll be privy to this. And when I say that meeting, it could be a political one and or a sexual one. He really wants to declare a national emergency, but he's not sure how this is going to affect him. He's really scattered right now. When I try to pinpoint what's he going to do, what's he going to do, what's he going to do, I get the flake card. So he's up and down about it, and I can't really get a feel for it, although I feel he's leaning towards it strongly. So where this event is headed, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, I feel, again, he's going to be, if there's an issue of jobs, government workers, building the wall, that's the main issue here, I guess, being addressed at this union, State of the Union. And the Republicans and the Democrats bipartisanly working together to keep the government open. It's a win-win because nobody wants Trump to, nobody wants another shutdown except for Trump. But even Trump knows that would be too much. So I feel McConnell is going to be working and willing to work with the Dems to get things more stable again, and he's trying to get Trump to see some kind of reason. I feel Trump is still supportive of Putin and Kim Jong-un. his meetings and alliances with otherwise dangerous entities such as Putin and Kim Jong-un, Trump is still supportive, still wanting to pacify them, still wanting to, quote, unquote, get in bed with them. Everything that Trump is saying is just in vain. It's just for looks. And like I said, there will be many facts made up in the State of the Union address. A lot of people, after this address, I feel will be questioning. I mean, they're questioning it now. But even more so, I feel it'll be stronger, more prominent in the news, the addressing of Trump's mental and physical health, his fitness to be the president. A lot of questions about the lifting of sanctions on the Russian oligarch and the spending for the wall. People questioning his sanity, and we questioning our own sanity as to why we're even going through this. So that was the first event. The second event that I read about involved the Death card and the Six of Wands, which is about change, major change, transformation. So this could be referring to a Scorpio person in an event that involves the Trump presidency, or, like I said, a major change or transformation around Washington that brings about an end of a victorious attention, or the end of someone's election or leadership role. So it could be the end of an elected leader. So I feel like we're talking about, I forget his name, the governor of Virginia, the one who was in the news recently about his yearbook picture back in the 80s, and his being in blackface or being in a Ku Klux Klan robe, and his admitting to that and then retracting that. When I look at who or what this event involves, I'm getting the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Swords. And so again, I feel like we are referring to this Virginia governor. He will be walking away with Eight of Cups from his political position, or someone also on another layer may be walking away from the electoral race, the presidential race, dropping out of the competition. There's too much opposition on all levels to these people. This person, whoever these people are, they're sad, they're grieved about this loss, about walking away, about this stupid action. As for the governor of Virginia, I think he was the one in the Klan's outfit, based on what I'm looking at in the cards. I feel like in the photograph, he was the one wearing the Klan's outfit. That's what the cards are telling me. He says he will be leaving in disgrace, leaving his happy home. People can't people will not be able to, look at the good things that he did while he was governor, because he's leaving in such disgrace. And I feel like the Starbucks guy, I forget his name, he's going to be dropping out of the presidential race due to lack of popularity. His running also is detrimental to Starbucks stocks and profits. Okay? I feel like Trump is feeling good. He's feeling refreshed. He's got the star. He's feeling optimistic about some major change or shift. I'm not sure why. Maybe someone is also walking away from the investigation. Change brings optimism and faith for Trump. Okay? He sees a brighter future with this change. And he's turning his back on the old and he's focusing on the future. He's waiting for some kind of incoming results or from someone who can help him accomplish his aims. And this someone who can help him accomplish his aims, Trump may be helping him launch his vision. And I'm feeling like he's helping Putin launch his vision. There's some sort of preparation. To get into position. Getting into position. Getting into a stronger position. And I feel like that's Putin. He's maneuvering himself into a stronger position in certain territories and foreign places, right? That's what he's doing, and Trump is helping him to fulfill that vision. And I feel like someone is going to be swearing to protect the investigation, but I feel Trump feels this is a positive turn of events. He feels positive about this guy who's swearing to protect the investigation. He feels that this gives him a victory over his challenges or his upcoming challenges. And finally, I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reversed. I feel like this is talking about eminent domain, property, assets. There's legal challenges, and I feel like there's seizure of territory on foreign levels and on domestic levels. So I'm feeling like there is going to be a national emergency based on these two cards, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reversed. And it will be challenged legally. Okay? So that's what I'm getting, guys. Thank you for allowing me to kind of, turn back time and just do a blackout reading. Let's put it like that. We'll call it a blackout reading. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope to have a proper video for you in the next few days, but I'm very busy this week. For sure, I would like to have a couple of proper videos for you to post by early next week. All right? I love you all. Many blessings. Bye-bye.